Warriors created an extra super team and have won 3 of the last 4 championships, while the rest of the NBA is just trying to catch up. Paul George was asked by the Washington Post if you can beat a super team without being a super team. Quote, "No team has won a title where one single guy was the lone star and it was their team. It's not that era. The best guy in our league right now couldn't do it. LeBron James got swept in the 2018 finals. So that just goes to show you at this point what it takes to win, because you need guys that are alike talent-wise and skill set-wise to win championships." Max, I'll start with you. You agree with Paul on this?
Yep. 100%. And it's pretty much always been that way, but at least there have been times in the past, like when Jordan retired briefly, where Hakeem could do it as the only superstar on that team with a perfectly balanced team. But it's because he didn't go up against another super team, and even then it went 7 games, and they were kind of a little lucky to win that first championship. But Hakeem went back-to-back under those kind of circumstances without Jordan in the league. An 04 Pistons team, that's just the exception that proves the rule. So even in the past, the Bulls won 6 with super teams, the Lakers won 8 with certainly super teams, the Magic, and then the Kobe Shaq super teams. The other 2 you can debate whether that's a super team or not. But in the past, it was usually that way. Nowadays, the Warriors had, I will say it again as I always do, Stephen A., 73-win team, and then added an all-time great in his prime, an MVP in Kevin Durant. You must have a super team to compete with that. The Spurs playing the right way right now will get smoked even if they had Kawhi. You need a super team to counteract in this era.
Well, first of all, understand why the Golden State Warriors, and this is why I don't necessarily agree with Paul George, and I don't necessarily agree with you, Max. Understand that there's a difference between a super team and a team that has a few superstars. There's a difference. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter we have ever seen. He is a superstar. Even though Klay Thompson is not a superstar, he is one of the greatest shooters we have ever seen in the history of basketball. And I tried to tell you this before, and I tried to tell America this yesterday. Yes, LeBron James is the best in the world. Yes, he's a superstar. But you better back up and recognize that Kevin Durant is off the chain. You have to understand that when you're talking about Michael Jordan was a superstar. The Chicago Bulls were not a super team. Michael Jordan was a superstar. Scottie Pippen was an elite defender, okay? And you had the supplementary parts around them. But what they were going against,
way more than an elite defender.
I let you speak. I let you speak. Zip it. The fact is, you're going up against Clyde Drexler. Excuse me, I sat there and let you speak. I let you speak about a sport I don't think you know much about. So listen to this. You got Steph, you got Clyde Drexler.
Scottie Pippen's an elite defender.
Excuse me,
that's
he
all
wasn't an
he
elite
is.
defender. I didn't say that's all he was.
He was, but he's much more than that.
He was
an MVP caliber player in Jordan's absence.
Of course, Max don't want nobody to finish this point because that's his definition of winning a debate, interrupting your point. I did not say all when it comes to Scottie Pippen. I said that Scottie Pippen was an elite defender. That was his primary role. He served in other ways. Clyde Drexler was a star, but not on MJ's level. Charles Barkley was a superstar in this league. Kevin Johnson was as well. But the ultimate superstar, that was Michael Jordan, was able to overcome all of that. In the game of basketball, more so than any other sport, one superstar who is head and shoulders above a lot of people can do a lot of things. Could he win the series? Not against a team like Golden State, but he should have been able to get you one game, because I watched AI get one game against Kobe and Shaq. Got one game. One.
Stephen A., that's such a bad point. When LeBron has enough, and it doesn't need to be as much as the Warriors, he beat the Warriors. He beat an unbeatable team with an inferior squad.
Don't get me started with that stimulus package.
I
keep trying to tell Max. He keeps forgetting what I bring up about the stimulus package. They should have lost that series in 5 games. They should have lost it in 5 games.
Oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But what actually happened? They won it in 7.
Well, we know that. There's a lot of things that actually happened, and you could ignore the facts that led up to it.
Guys, I have bad news. It's over. We don't have another hour.
Nah, I don't want to talk basketball with him.
Oh, you're done?
He's not on this level.